Welcome to my channel, and today's video I'm going to make a garlic pork chop and mashed plantain. Some people call them mango, but I call them mashed plantain because it's a little bit different. And if you want to see this video, stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna start by seasoning the pork chop. I have this skinny or thin pork chop with the bone in, and I have 7. I also have 13 garlic cloves, and I'm going to mash them in here. I'm gonna be adding 2 by 2. That's gonna take time. Um, so I'm just gonna smash them down, or you can, if you have a like a crusher garlic, you can use that too. I already mashed my 13 garlic cloves. And I'm gonna prepare the seasoning. I'm gonna use kosher salt, or you can use any salt of your preference. I'm gonna add in this container 2 tablespoons of the kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of the black pepper, 1 tablespoon of oregano. I have annatto powder, 1 tablespoon, or you can have 1 tablespoon of paprika or 1 envelope of sazon with color. We're gonna mix everything, and now we're gonna go ahead and season the pork chops. You can use disposable glove if you don't want to touch the meat. I already washed the meat, but first, and it's very important, I'm gonna add 1 lemon. That's a big lemon, and this lemon have a lot of juice. But if you can use from 1 to 2 lemons or limes, but don't skip this step because honestly, the lemon gives them a nice and very good flavor. Now we're gonna go ahead and season in the pork. So make sure when you're seasoning, cover the whole thing, you know. Well, first of all, I have like 4. I put 3, but it's 4 plantains, green plantains. We're gonna remove the and I'm gonna say the skin. We call them la cáscara. We're gonna remove the green thing in the plantain, and then we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna boil this until the plantains are soft. That's gonna take approximately 15 minutes. I cut it this way. You can cut that smaller. I mean, the important thing is the plantain has to be soft. And I have a pot with water because, like I say, I'm going to boil the plantain. And in here I have some oil. Heat it up some oil. That oil was left over, but you can use a little bit left. And the reason we're gonna do that is because if we put the garlic in the oil, it can burn, and um, we don't want that. We just want to put some hot oil just to bring the fragrance and the flavor out of the garlic. And I think I'm gonna use a bigger spoon. See? See? I'm gonna add a little bit of the Kocher salt, or any salt you have. I'm gonna put some salt in the water, and then we're gonna put it in medium heat. We're gonna let them cook. After you put the oil, you're gonna let it rest a little bit because you can put the oil. So make sure you let the garlic mice like kind of warm, but that's fine. And then you're gonna just seasoning with the all your chuletas or the pork chop with the garlics, with the garlic mix. Okay, now in here I have a saucepan. I'm putting a medium heat, and when it's hot, we're gonna add the pork chops. Remember, I have 7 pork chops, so I want to cook four, approximately four now, and then when the those pork chops are done, we're gonna add the other three. So I'm gonna cook it in batches, and you're just gonna cook it on third. It's cooked. Remember, they are thin pork chops, so that depend on the size of the pork chop. Another thing I'm going to mention is don't put the heat too high. We don't want that. We want a pork chop to be nice and tender, but at the same time to be like brown. Okay, I don't know if you, and we don't add no oil to them because we already add the oil with the garlic. So we're gonna let it cook for probably 6 to 7 minutes per side, or depending on how you like the pork chop, because some people like them crispy, some people like them like medium. That's depend on you. But the most important thing, this is pork, has to be fully cooked. Now checking the plantains with the fork, and the plantains are ready. I'm just gonna take them out, and we're gonna add a little bit of the same water we cook the plantain. So don't throw the water. We're not gonna add the whole thing, but we're gonna add the water little by little. We're gonna be mashing that, and then we're gonna be adding the that uh, water in there in the plantains, and we're gonna you know. So you see, I'm adding some water, and then with a potato masher or anything you have, we're going to put it down. In here I have 2 garlic cloves. The same way I made the first 13 garlic, I put 2 garlic and 3 tablespoons of the warm oil, and then I add them in there. Don't skip that step because the garlic gonna give the mashed plantain a nice good flavor. I also gonna add some salt and pepper to taste, and if you want, you can add more water. The same water we cook the plantain, you can add a little bit more. I have the first one in here. Now I'm cooking the last one. Now this is ready. I'm gonna serve this by scoop because I have a lot of people in here. So I'm gonna serve it by scoop and with the pork chop, and gonna serve this with a nice Puerto Rican bread. I didn't make the bread though. I just bought it in the store, but that bread was so good. And if you see, you can do the same thing. You got a lot of people. That way, they can go ahead and just taste it and eat. Here is the final, final result for the pork chops and the mango or plantain or mashed plantain, whatever you want to call this. And I know the mango is cooked differently, but this is like a mashed plantain, but it's very, very good. So I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe, like, and share.